get in Smita Prakash. Smita Prakash, who's worn a Sambalpuri Saree, in solidarity with Draupadi Murmu ji, who's been elected and has won the presidential election. So, Smita Prakash, what do you think this election and the victory of Draupadi Murmu actually reflects on current day politics and on 2024? Do you think, as the opposition, it has no bearing on 2024 or the way the opposition is stacked right now?
Well, firstly, I think as a woman who is a career person, media person, it feels great to have a woman president. Then it feels all the more great that a person who comes in from one of the poorest sections of our country, she has become the president of India. So a lot of hope rests on her, Navika, because she shoulders the responsibility of being a representative of tribals who are among the poorest in the country. Their consumption of what we consider luxury goods, which are actually just consumer goods, is low, as their access to drinking water, pakka roads, pakka houses is among the lowest. So for them, one among them has come to become the president. Will it change their lot immediately with a snap of the fingers? It's not going to do that. It's not done that for the Dalits after Ramnath Kovind became, or after anybody, for that matter, Mayawati became chief minister. It's not like that. That's not the reality. But in spite of that, it just goes to show that despite her caste identity, she has risen to where she is. Now, about the politics of it all, the fact is that opposition unity is a chimera. Yashwant Sinha, in his concession speech, unnecessarily caustic, he mentions about how the opposition got together behind him. I think it just showed that it showed up just the opposite. It showed up how fragmented the opposition was in his nomination first, because there was nobody. And I think Sushmita is right that nobody came up with a name. And finally it was Mamta who said, chalo, let's get together, and then asked Farooq Abdullah, Pucha, no, I don't want to become. And then let's not go into that, but the point is Yashwant Sinha was like a default choice that he became, and he nothing worked for him even after he became the presidential nominee. So today he speaks about threat to democracy and stuff like that in a concession speech. Absolutely no need to do that. It should just have been a congratulatory note. On the other hand, the Congress, which is so weird, I can't understand where they get their arrogance from. This talk about, that the TMC is arrogant, where is your arrogance coming from? I just can't understand. You have decimated one of the oldest parties in the country to this. Everybody is watching today that while Draupadi Murmu is getting nominated, what are the Congress politicians doing? They did not go and court arrest over price rise or over whatever. They went and courted arrest all the top guns, courted arrest over ED questioning. So, they are so far removed from reality, it is embarrassing. And I wonder what's going to happen with the Margaret Alva nomination, now vice presidential election. I think, somewhere about this come talk to me and things like that, this childishness has to go. For the sake of opposition unity, it has to just end. Somewhere where TMC is saying that, we were not consulted, we were just told 15 minutes before. Now here is a woman candidate. There is somebody who has worked with you people in the past. Margaret Alva is a very, non-controversial candidate for that matter. Just join hands. Just for the sake of it. That she's doesn't stand a chance. She's probably going to lose too. But what is the harm in getting together and, for the sake of unity, as they say, they can just come together and do it. But I think today it is more about that. And, as far one more point I just want to make is that, this, how they all went against Murmu and called her names, it isn't so much about Murmu as it is about Modi. It is opposition to Murmu because she was a name suggested by Prime Minister Modi. So it was against Modi that they said all these weird comments about her.